Chrono Confessions, 101, a Future Funnies short story. I never thought my freshman year at the Galactic Academy would lead to emotional disaster by homework. The brochure talked about diversity, opportunity, and optional yoga in zero gravity. It did not mention sentient assignments from the future judging my love life. But there I was, sitting in a semicircle of mismatched chairs that looked like they came from 5 different planets and one thrift store, waiting for our mandatory interpersonal harmony session to begin. I tried to sit casually, like I was totally cool with mandatory emotional sharing, but the chair under me kept adjusting height every few seconds like it was indecisive. Bloop sat next to me, humming happily while her fur glowed a soft pastel yellow. Brenda sat on my other side, reading through her notes for Chrono Sarcasm class. Chrono Sarcasm was the class where Professor Gleepnax taught us jokes that had not technically happened yet. The homework showed up whenever it felt like it and usually insulted us. Across from us, Zani stared at all of us with that one giant eyeball and radiated pure disdain. Counselor Babs breezed into the room. She had that cheerful mom energy that always made it feel like she was seconds away from offering snacks or interrogating someone about their life goals. All right, everyone, welcome. Today is about emotional honesty. We are going to build trust. Zani groaned. Oh, wonderful, humans and feelings. My favorite theme. Before Babs could reply, something blinked into existence in the middle of the room. A glowing silver envelope. It hovered like it was waiting for applause. Brenda squinted at it. That looks like our Chrono Sarcasm homework. I shook my head. That assignment is due next week. The envelope flickered, then displayed text in mid-air. Technically, I am due whenever I feel like it. Bloop gasped. It talks, Zani muttered. Typical human classwork nonsense, sentient paperwork. Babs clapped her hands once. This is new. Not necessarily good, but new. The envelope unfolded itself into a sheet of glowing paper. Then, in a very unimpressed voice, it said, I am your reflective emotional assignment from the future. I will be reading your internal confessions now. What? I said. No. No internal confessions. Those are supposed to stay internal. The paper ignored me, beginning with subject Theodore Smith. Oh no. The homework read in a bored tone. Confession, Teddy Smith has a statistically significant crush on Brenda Babington. Analysis, he has rehearsed talking to her in the mirror 6 times this week. My face went nuclear. Brenda slowly turned toward me. You practiced talking to me. I tried to defend myself. To be fair, mirrors are very judgmental. Zani burst out laughing. Oh, this is exquisite. The humans are malfunctioning. The paper fluttered. Moving on. Confession, Brenda Babington fears she will never live up to her mother's reputation. She also suspects Teddy is cute, but emotionally hazardous. Brenda choked. I never said that out loud. The paper replied, You will. Bloop raised her little glowing paw. Do I get a turn? I love turns. The paper sighed. Confession. Bloopty Nan. Nan worries she overwhelms humans with affection. She fears humans find her annoying. Bloop gasped. But I thought humans liked hugs. I leaned over. Bloop, we do. You are great at hugs. Her fur shifted to bright pink. Really, even when I tackle hug, especially when you tackle hug, I said, just maybe not during exams. Zani rolled his eye. Disgusting. The paper zoomed toward him. Confession, Zani Throck Null secretly binge-watches human sitcoms. He has memorized 17 episodes of Friends and cries during the one with the lobster. Zani made a strangled noise. I do not, the paper replied. You will. Even Babs blinked. Zani. That's adorable. He flailed telekinetically. It is not adorable. It is a cultural study. Brenda covered her laugh. A very emotional cultural study. Then the paper drifted toward Babs. And finally, Counselor Babington. She stiffened. Oh dear. Confession, Babs worries she cannot protect the humans under her care. She also worries they might discover she is smarter and more dangerous than she pretends to be. The room went silent. For the first time since I arrived at the academy, Babs did not look like an unshakable, cheerful adult. She just looked like a person who cared way too much. Babs cleared her throat gently. Well, that was something. The paper added, emotional honesty complete. Processing future emotional fallout. No one moved. No one breathed. Finally, I forced myself to speak. So, Brenda, about the mirror thing. She exhaled slowly. Teddy. I am not mad, just surprised, maybe flattered. Maybe a lot. I blinked. Really? Zani groaned. Please stop flirting. It is causing atmospheric humidity. Bloop bounced. I knew humans liked each other like this. I knew it. I can make a ship name. Bready. Or Tender. Please do not, I said. Brenda smiled in spite of herself. Bloop, maybe save that for later. She looked back at me. Teddy, do you want to maybe talk about this later, when we are not being evaluated by magical paperwork? My heart did a weird little gravity flip. Yes, later is great. Later is amazing. Babs straightened, back in counselor mode, but her eyes were softer. Everyone. What we learned today is that the future sometimes shows us things we are afraid to say. But honesty can be good, even messy honesty. Especially messy honesty. Zani muttered. I refuse to be honest. The paper drifted over him again. Incorrect. You will confess next Tuesday at 3 p.m. You will bring tissues. I snorted. Even the homework schedules your emotional breakdowns. That is impressive customer service. The paper flickered one last time. Assignment complete. Grade for group honesty. C+. Humans brought the average up. Barely. Recommendation, continue practicing emotional competence. And perhaps deodorant. Then it winked out of existence. Bloop leaned back in her chair. That was amazing. Can we do it again? I have so many more feelings. Zani stood up immediately. Absolutely not. One emotional catastrophe per semester is the legal limit. Brenda nudged my shoulder lightly. So? Later. I nodded, trying not to combust. Later. As we filed out of the counseling room, I glanced back at Babs. She caught my eye and gave me a small, tired smile. Somehow, knowing she worried as much as we did, made the academy feel less terrifying and more like a very weird family. And that is how our interpersonal harmony session turned into a romantic disaster, a sitcom scandal, and the most honest 10 minutes of my life. Honestly, it was not the worst Tuesday. It might even have been the start of a better one.